Welcome to the fish tank.
Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. Before we get started, I want to show you this little guy. Earlier in the week, I managed to record, I know I've shown you baby plecos in the air-driven hob before, but this guy was right up on the spillway. This is where the water goes back into the tank. And he was hanging on there, and he was having a grand old time. I mean, there's no competition up here for algae, so he was chewing away, and you can see how fat his belly is there. It was a good payoff for him, I guess. So anyway, let's get to the reason why you're all here, and that is the 3K subs giveaway. Now, I finished most of the details for this, but there's a couple more things I might do, but that'll all depend upon who wins it. And as in the tradition of all annoying TV shows that are giving away something or doing a draw or whatever, that will be at the end. But once that person's picked, I'll get a hold of them. And then if there's any other details that they want altered or whatever, I'll work all that out with them. And before we get too far into this, I would like to mention also, currently in Canada, there's a very annoying postal strike. Technically, they're only on rotating strikes, but because they're not, working as hard as they can, there's definitely a backlog in parcels. So this may not actually get to wherever it needs to go very quickly. That said, let's just get down to the important parts here. So I'm going to set this up, and I guess I should also apologize for my setup of this. I don't really do a lot of nano tanks. Before I started YouTube videos, my idea of a nano tank was when someone asked me to build them a tank that was under 100 gallons. I mean, I build a lot of larger things, and so I'm trying to adjust, but most of the decor I have is built for larger scales. So this is the pothless planter. This is the splash guard for it. And if the person who gets this doesn't want to look at what's going on in here, because you don't have to put pothos in here. You can put in a sponge or gravel or lava rock or whatever you like, or you can put immersed plants in here as well. And if you don't want to look at all that stuff growing and moving around up there, this will hide it. Personally, I like the clear view just to see what's going on, but if you want this to look pretty, it's probably best to hide all that. So I'm going to go through some of the details of this. This is, like I said, a basic setup for it. You can see the undergravel filter there in the back. You can hide that, obviously, if you don't like the look of it with additional decor, or if you want, you can put plants around it. I've started putting plants actually growing in the other one I have, the one I put in the system, and I just want to see how that works out. So there's, like I said, when I started this, it's modular, and you can custom it to whatever you want to do. The standpipe I turned down so that it has a narrow section, so that when you put the pothos planter on top of it, I'm just going to keep calling it a pothos planter. You can use it for whatever you want, but when you put the top part on, it slides over nice and easily, so it doesn't actually interfere, and you can take it out and put it back and that sort of stuff. And there's nothing here that's friction fit, so you don't have to worry about that aspect of it. So I'm going to put that in here. The only thing you need to be careful about when adding it is the only hole for where the water goes in is right there, and you have to give it a little bit of time to fill up. Otherwise, you're going to overflow the tank. And then you see there's two extensions that go down on either side. That just allows it to sit on top of the undergravel filter and keeps it aligned and even with the top of the tank. And also, obviously, keeps it so that when you put the air line back in like this, the water overflows nicely into the tank. Gives you a nice little agitation to the surface that way. It's kind of cool. On the left, you see all the bubbling there. That is the reason why I decided to make the splash guard. I think, like I said, the clear splash guard doesn't hide anything, but it also keeps all the water in where it needs to be. So the airline tubing just fits nicely through that little hole. And then on the splash guard, there's two sides to it. One allows for the 1/4 inch thickness of the acrylic on the left, so that it hit, there you go. So it fits over there nicely. And then because the splashing is now all inside, you actually get a little bit more flow going through the filter as well. So that's an added benefit for that. And this is actually the way I prefer to set it up. Like I said, my opinion doesn't really matter when it comes to what you want to do, but I find this is nice and clean. It's a rimless tank, and I find it just looks nice this way, as my personal preference. But to show the other way, I'm going to put on the black guard now. It's actually nice and clean. It's like I said, there's nothing wrong with it, and I'm going to probably make a clip for it so that it clips on a little bit better. But again, that all depends on, like I said, who wins it and whatnot. But it does hide everything that could possibly be put in here. I didn't bother pulling out any pothos and putting it in. Like I said, I only put this together and set it all up for just for the day, just to show, like, give some options and whatnot. And I didn't really want to disturb any fish or shrimp or snails. Well, actually, I think there are a few snails in there. I didn't want to take any larger organisms and put it in this because they'll just be freaked out anyway, and it won't be showing any natural behaviors. So I just going to leave it as simple as possible. Which brings me to the important part, the part that you guys are all really waiting for, and I think I've pandered on long enough and delayed this. 3K is actually really have no way of expressing my gratitude for how much I really truly appreciate people actually spending as much time as this to watch and comment and do all that sort of stuff for my videos. I mean, I never thought it would ever get to this. I was just hoping to meet a few people, which I have done. I've actually met some really nice people, and I'm truly grateful for that. But anyway, I never thought it would get to this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And as in the 2K subs giveaway, I find that this is the easiest way of doing the draw. And that is just I'm going to create a percentile number between 0 and 100. In this case, the first digit's going to be 8, and the second digit's going to be 0. So whoever is number 80 in my list, all I did is I took a spreadsheet and took all the comments and put them down in a row like I see on the right there, and I just did it in order. I think a couple of them got out of order, but that's only because I missed one or two every now and then. But once it was all, like I said, set up, I just like I said, rolled the number. I think the first number I rolled was 9 once, but because there's only 89 people here, I re-rolled it. Just left that part out. So anyway, number 80 is Aquafunk. Congratulations. I'm very happy that you won this. I hope you like it. And what I'm going to do is I will leave a comment on this video, or actually this video here, and I'll get a hold of you. Actually what I'll do is I'll leave my email, and you can get a hold of me, and we can make all the arrangements that we need to do for getting this to you. I have to figure out a way of packing it all, of course, and like I said, unfortunately there's a kind of a weird strike thing going on at the moment, but hopefully it will actually get there in reasonable order. So congratulations again, Aqua. It's kind of funny how I came across your channel. I can't remember. I think originally you had made a comment on one, and I clicked over to see, and your intro for your channel, it was a movie the music was from a movie I had seen many years ago. That was kind of neat, and that's the reason why I started watching your channel. I'm actually really glad that I do, because you have lots of wonderful videos, and I've really been enjoying that too. So it's kind of cool that you won this, and one of the downsides, I suppose, for this style of draw, and I think I might change that for future draws, is only one person can win. So what I might do later, or next time, is I might make like a number of smaller builds, and instead of just giving away one prize, I might give away a number of things. Not obviously on this scale. I don't really have enough time to build this sort of thing like in many different ones, but Small filters or that sort of thing, I think I can do a number of them, so we'll see how that goes. But that'll be for the 4K subs giveaway, if I ever get to that sort of thing. So thank you very much for watching. I really, truly do appreciate, again, all of you guys watching and commenting. And like I said, this kind of build is the least I can do for you. And like I said, hopefully next time or whatever, I can do a few more things. So if you're not subbed yet, please, if you like the style of video, please like and or subscribe. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.